Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Khonshu Build-A-Figure Wave What If Zombie Scarlet Witch. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Khonshu Build-A-Figure Wave. And let's take a look at the What If Zombie Scarlet Witch. Now, there are already a few reviews of this out there, but I thought, look, I've already opened Iron Man. I need to open Scarlet Witch as well, so I can have all three of the zombies on the shelf. So that is what we're going to do today. We get the Disney Plus logo, the What If logo, Watcher watching up top, some images from the show on the back of the box. No wave association, which I do miss on this plastic-free packaging. We get a couple of accessories and, of course, a Khonshu Build-A-Figure piece. We get the leg. On the side of the box, we get all the figures in the wave you need to complete the Khonshu Build-A-Figure. Today, we're looking at Zombie Scarlet Witch. So let's get her open. Here we have Zombie Wanda out of the packaging with all of her accessories, which are the two effect pieces, and then the Khonshu Build-A-Figure leg, which comes all the way up to like her waist. So this guy should be very tall. I have seen him all built up on display, and I know he's epic. So looking forward to it. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, and once we've looked at all the figures in this wave, we will build and review Khonshu. Today, we're focusing on this Zombie Wanda, and she is massive. That head of hair definitely adds some height to her. So as you can see, she's about just hitting 7 inches really, with the hair sort of tentacles, very Medusa style. But yeah, this is taken directly out of that zombie episode of the What If series. Let's zoom in and take a look. Starting off with this gnarly head sculpt. Now, of course, the hair is the main event, but I do like the sort of expression on her face. Look at those yellow eyes sort of glaring off the lights there, looking very evil and sinister. The gritted teeth, the sort of blue lips. She's got like the eye sockets are like bleeding, so there's some blood running down her cheeks. There's some scratches and sort of angry expression on her face, and just overall nice looking evil Wanda here. And I like how the blues, the skin tone do match the other What If zombies in this line, which is very important, so they all sort of fit on theme together. But there you go, there is all Wanda with a few scratches and bumps, and yeah, very zombified. So there you go, that's her face sculpt. But as I said, it's the hair which is the main event. Look at this. This is basically two big chunks of plastic stuck together. It's one solid sort of brown piece of plastic. There's no wash or detail in here, but look how many points there are. There's like so many, and it's hard enough where it's gonna sort of hold its position as well. And it does make her back heavy, but you've seen she will stand on her own weight. So but I think the benefit of this is a flight stand, because it sort of looks like it's come to life. It's in motion. It's really hard to actually show you on camera, but you can sort of see the shadows that the lights create rather than any paint detail in there. But yeah, it's all sort of flowing over on top of each other and looping around. And yeah, very impressive, unique head sculpt. Makes it look like she's coming to life on the display, which I like. Now, the body itself is the Infinity War Wanda, but they have updated the arms and also gave her a nice new ratty sort of tatty jacket. The arms are definitely new because they are pinless and double jointed, so bravo on that. I do appreciate that update. But they have also sculpted in some rips and tears on the actual jacket as well. You can see here on the forearm, revealing some of the blue skin tone. Over here, you've got a rip at the shoulder, and then you've got like exposed bone on this forearm, which looks like it has some blood splatter on it as well, which is very rare with our Marvel Legends, but they seem to have got away with it there. You've got some more exposed skin on the sort of elbow there, and again, these are double jointed, pinless, new elbows. So definitely updated arms for this sort of Wanda outfit. But the torso is the same as she's sort of wearing that red corset. You've got the sculpted sort of jewelry there down here to the legs. Now the rips on the legs are not sculpted. That is just deco hits to make it appear like they're sculpted. Where these ones on the arms, you can actually feel the sculpted detail where they've made the extra effort. All the way down to a boot. She is wearing the heels. But again, even with that big head of hair, she will hold her weight. There's no boot swivel, even though it looks like there's a boot swivel, but there is a thigh cut up there as well. Not a lot of motion on the diaphragm joint, to be completely honest. It's sort of standard female, but I do like how the arms will go all the way up. double jointed elbows, and there's a hinge in the wrist, so you can get her into some sort of poses with her effect pieces, which are going to look great. And again, because her hair is in motion, basically it looks like she's come to life on the shelf anyway. So yeah, I like this. This is a warranted update for sure. Just showing you the tattered jacket as well. As you can see down here, there is some sort of deco on there to make it look gritty and dirty, like it's been dragging along the floor with some holes. And yeah, it's very ripped up here down at the bottom all the way around with some deco to make it appear dirty. And again, as the light sort of hit it on a display, you can see it shining through. And yeah, decent update, as I said. Wanda comes with the two mystical effect pieces, which is made of the swirly twirly sort of soft plastic that you can wrap around the wrists and forearm. And I actually quite like these effect pieces. We've had them in many colours, but this time it's in a purplish pink colour. And there you go. You put them on Wanda's hand. She's got the gesturing expression on her hands already. She's got the gloveless fingers, so she's still got the blue fingertips. And yeah, as I said, you put her on a flight stand, she's really going to come to life now with these effect pieces on as the light hits her. So yeah, liking it. And here we have a look at Wanda on an actual flight stand. And you can see what I mean. I keep repeating myself saying I really like this figure, but you can see now why. Because on a flight stand, with that Medusa-like hair that looks like it's alive, it really does bring the character to life on the shelf. And the brightness of the translucent plastic on the effect pieces as well make it look like her hands are powered up and charged as it sort of bounces off the light. You can see the tattered jacket sort of flaring out at the back and the gritted teeth expression. And yeah, all in all, this is a really nice figure that definitely comes to life on a display. For our first comparison, here we have Zombie Wanda compared to regular Wanda, who we got in a couple of times, once in the 2-pack with Vision, and I think maybe originally in the Abomination Build-A-Figure wave, but it is a nice base body for that version of Wanda. And this new zombie one has some updated parts which make it better articulation wise. So from the feet all the way up to the upper torso is the exact same. What's new on Wanda are the arms, the head and the jacket. So if I spin around to the side, you can see that the previous Wanda had the single jointed elbows compared to the double jointed elbows. Spin it around even more, you can see that she's got the tattered jacket as well compared to this version. And as you can see, I'm moving this Wanda around. Even with the wicked hair, she is balancing even with the sort of heels. So it does stand on its own weight, but I do think a flight stand will better pose her with that dramatic dynamic hair. But let me show you the elbow range, because it makes such a difference. Look at that. It's insane, isn't it? The single jointed elbows really should be a thing of the past here, as it really does limit the articulation there for Wanda, where the zombie can get her into some much more fun poses. So yeah, absolutely insane the extra amount of articulation you get there at the elbow with the new arms. Here we have all three of our Marvel Legends Disney Plus What If Marvel Zombies on display. I love how all three of the skin tones have that same blue hue, so they are all definitely on theme together, and their expressions and the way that Wanda's hair is definitely makes them come alive a little bit on the shelf as well. But I do think Wanda would benefit from a flight stand. And here we have the Scarlet Witch back on the flight stand with Cap and Iron Man, and I genuinely think all three of these complement each other so well. They make each of them a better figure just by all being together on a display. So yeah, I do hope for more zombies now. Looking at these three, this is the start of a very nice creepy zombie collection. Here we have Zombie Wanda compared to Peter Parker, who was in that zombie episode of the What If series. A couple more What If Marvel Legends with Captain Carter and Star-Lord T'Challa. And if you're thinking about using some of these zombies in a comic display as just generic Marvel zombies, I do think you can get it to work. Now obviously she's in her MCU attire, but it still works as a zombie in a comic collection. As I said, it's based off that animated series, so the colour palette is a little bit darker, but it works. Here we have it compared to Frogman, Tigra and White Rabbit. And then last but absolutely never least, here we have Captain Britain and Bombastic Hank. So, final thoughts on this Marvel Legends Disney Plus What If series zombie Scarlet Witch. Now, I've always said I liked that zombie episode of the What If series, more so for the ragtag team of characters that were put together, and the zombies were just a bonus. But it is nice to be getting some in figure form, as I do think you can fudge them into a comic display, and you appreciate the zombies as you start adding more. Last year, Cap was great, but he was just one zombie. So this year, with Iron Man and Wanda to add to the mix, they are starting to be their own little sub-collection of a display that you can just put anywhere, and it just looks good all together. They're all on theme same with the same blue skin tone, all look gnarly and gross, and her dynamic hair really does bring her to life on a flight stand. So that has to be the way you display her. So as always, you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you in on these what if zombie Marvel Legend figures? Always curious to hear your thoughts. And if you like Marvel Legends, then guess what? You're in the right place. Check out the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. Hit all on the notification bell. Don't miss out on a video. And please hit that join button. Become a channel member. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Dan Who. And don't be shy, I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. Tweet me. As always, my name is Dan W. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.